What's going on, guys? In this video I'm going to take a look at Serpify. Use a little bit about what I know, what I've heard, what I've read, stories from forums or Skype groups, and whatever else I know. I'm going to try to include and bundle it into one opinion. Serpify.me is the website. Now they have a video here. I just had it on a minute ago.
To edit your campaign.
Unfortunately, they chose to go the cheap route and YouTube host it. You cannot skip forward in the video to actually see everything it does. But from what I see, is it's a Windows-only application. Let's pause it. Yeah, Windows only. So, automatically it shuts off a lot of the market share, and Google can detect that. If you're getting searches only from Windows, you're not getting searches from any other platform. That's immediately a problem. Okay, let's keep this video going here. We want to see how it actually works and actually look at it. But it seems like they're going to make us sit through this video and listen to this dull guy talk. Network, Windows client, you're limited. Basically, if you want to use this, you have to. Every account is both like a buyer and you're also a clicker. So technically, you can, if you want to use a service, you actually have to put in your own labor. So you don't just pay the $99 a month. You actually also have to click. So if you're an agency, you can't just say, okay, here's my $500, here's my $1,000, whatever. I want a bunch of clicks and searches. You can't do that. You have to buy the $99 plan and then put some sort of assistant on it to friggin' get your account up. And also if you're on the free plan, you're not paid cash or anything. You actually get awarded by searches. So if you're clicking in the network, hopefully you also want clicks too. You can't just be like, I have money, give me a bunch of searches, or I can give you searches, just pay me a few dollars, right? You can't do that with this platform, but let's see. So he's gonna make this. Let me see if I can blow this up. Okay, we did not want to click that. Okay, there's no way to go full screen with this stupid video. I'm getting irritated already. Yeah, I can't read what's going on this screen, so I'm sorry about that, but this is the problem with their video. Hopefully the rest of the user experience with this, using the software, isn't like this.
If for some reason you don't want to leave it running on your personal workstation, you can always install it on a cheap Windows VPS. Just make sure to keep it updated anytime we release a new version.
Okay. So that's enough of what I need to hear right there. So they're actually using a bot to generate clicks, and this has huge issues. I mean, any half-educated individual can hop on Search Engine Land or Moz.com, read the case studies, learn how bot traffic doesn't affect the click-through rate and actually doesn't have any positive effect of any sort. I have a computer science degree, so I can go the really technical route and walk you through how HTTP request headers are. Let's do that actually. Let's talk a little bit of technical stuff while this guy blabs on. Their site has some errors. Interesting. Probably has some errors in the software too if the website is throwing errors at the browser. Okay, so that's the end of the video. Okay, I thought he was going to keep going. So if you right-click, hit inspect element, if you want to view info about, you just go on any page, refresh it, click on the URL, and then boom. Let's bring this up so you can see what I'm talking about. So they're using a bot, okay? And with the HTTP protocol, just it was invented a while ago. It's a pretty old protocol, but basically they're request headers. So you request a web page, but you also send in details. Just about formats. It explains, compression. You can be gzip compression, These are the compressions we'll accept, or the encodings. The language, English, US, any sort of, basically these are all the parameters. And every browser sends these parameters, and this is just one way how, bots are. I'm just trying to explain how bots are very difficult. It's very difficult to use bots to replicate real human browsing. It's very difficult. It is, and I'll get into more details in a second. But first of all, the technical aspect is just that, accept encoding in Firefox might come after accept language. In Chrome is showing them, displaying them alphabetically. But let's say in Firefox, they don't put a space after each comma in the encoding, but the bot ends up, whoever coded the bot, Serpify, you're putting your trust in them, trusting that they didn't mess up a single part of this. And there's research articles. I can probably pull some up if I remember who put the research out. Just explaining how difficult it is for Phantom.js and Selenium, if you know what those are, headerless browsers, which is likely what's driving these web requests in this software here. The papers talk about how difficult it is to replicate exactly these request headers. It's not easy. It's very, very difficult. That's from the technical aspect. And then you step back and go, okay, if you could replicate clicks easily, from my 8 years of experience in the industry, I can say, okay, people would probably want to use this for ad clicks and ad fraud. And that's exactly it. You look at these guys who are spending $100,000 a day or $10,000 a day or whatever it is in these Skype groups. I have friends of friends that do this all the time. They buy huge chunks of ad space, media buys, and they have very, very complex click fraud detection. Fraud click, whatever, you get the point. And it basically, people are going to send fraud clicks to make more money, and there's software to detect that. And they go through a number of different things. I mean, I can't go into specifics because the answers are worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Because if you could perfectly replicate clicks that looks real, for example, on AdWords has fantastic fraud detection, and you don't think they're going to apply that same fraud detection to the search engines? It's kind of ignorant to even think you could possibly solve and beat click fraud detection and beat Google with that. I mean, how much money is sent through AdWords? They have AdSense. How many fraud clicks are sent or attempted to be sent through AdSense? It's not easy to replicate. They have a very, very good system for detecting fraud clicks with AdSense. And they use that exact same technology with Google search. If these guys actually solved this issue and were actually able to send fraudulent clicks, fake clicks through bots, through fake software, you're talking they wouldn't be selling Serpify.me, I'll tell you that. They'd be on an island sipping margaritas, 5 o'clock somewhere, 24/7, making big amounts of money because, if you could there's so much money in that ad tech space. But anyways, that's not the point. That's just trying to explain that if they actually solved, if they actually solved what they're saying they solved, they wouldn't be doing this. And what else was on the homepage I was reading? So there's 80,000. I'm guessing this is IP addresses. I mean, it doesn't really. If you really, there's Illuminati, or not Illuminati, but Illuminescent. I can't remember, but Hulu. Everyone knows the browser extension Hulu. They actually rent out your IP addresses, residential IPs. So if they really wanted to scale it up properly, they wouldn't need to use with bots. If they want to scale with bots, I mean, if you were still set on using bots, I need bots, not real clicks, which is available. And I'm going to talk a little bit about alternatives at the end of this video. But if they want to use bots and they want to use fake IP addresses, Hulu, I think it's Hulu, the browser extension that. Yeah, anyways, people use it to browse. YouTube videos in the U.S. when you're not in the U.S. and other sites that are blocked by IP ranges based on the country you're visiting from. Anyways, they have a browser extension. What it does is it actually they actually leverage. They allow you to view these videos or view some YouTube video that's not available in your country, but at the cost of they actually leverage your computer and use your IP of your personal laptop and sell it off. Like you can, for like $500 a month or something, I think it's 500 or 1,000 are the two plans. They can actually, the Serpify company could actually buy these IPs and use residential IPs, and they'd have a heck of a lot more than this. It's like millions of IPs they have. Anyways, that's just a rant about how they could do things better. But personally, I don't believe in bots. I don't use this because, I mean, you go on, like I said, you go on searchengineland.com, just look at the case studies about fake traffic, and it's just people explain how, yes, CTR, like organic click-through rates, actually do have an effect on the organic results, but when it's botted, it's impossible. I mean, I talk about why it's impossible from a technical aspect of messing around with those headers is very, very, very difficult and tedious to perfectly match it, to perfectly, not one character off. You know, if Chrome puts one header this way and Firefox is the other way, you got to account for that when you're generating random user agents. You know, generating a user agent, people think that's the end of everything. You know, you just generate another user agent. No, there's certain, you know, a Macintosh follows different screen resolutions. A MacBook Air, you know, only has a few different possible resolutions that it could be sending through in the headers. So you have to calculate all that, and it's very complex. You know, I've messed around with this for a lot as being a programmer. You know, a couple of years ago, I was really into it. You know, then you look at Windows, and of course Windows has a lot more resolutions than if you're simulating, let's say you're simulating an iPhone screen. I mean, if you have an iPhone user agent, you need to do those the same, you know, and it'll change between using an iPhone 4 and an iPhone 7. And iPhone Plus, the resolution changes and everything else changes. There's different browsers available on the iPhone. You can download like Safari or Chrome, or I think Opera's available too. Anyways, I just want to make the point that it's very, very complex. If you're going to manipulate the CTR on Google rankings, you should really consider finding a source for real clicks. I'm going to try to research some after this video and put up some links to find who offers real clicks, because they are out there. Yeah, I'm going to see what I can find. I know of one for sure, but I'll see if I can find any others. Hopefully there are some others, but I'm just on this tangent of finding these companies that you know, offer these bot clicks that don't actually are proven to not offer anything. It's a waste of money. Anyways, I hope this helps. Any questions, just drop them in the comments. You know, I have tons and tons of experience in this industry, from fraudulent click detection and whatever, you know, friends of friends, and lots of networking has been done over the past 8 years that I can answer most of your questions. So please drop them in the comments, and check out the rest of this video. I'm going to drop some extra stuff.
SerpClicks is a SERP click exchange network used to rank websites higher by increasing the click-through rate for your website for a given keyword on Google. You see, we bridge the connection between website owners and clickers. You, the website owner, provide a desired keyword and URL. We calculate the required searches that the keyword will need to increase ranking. We distribute the job to thousands of our workers and pay them to search your keyword phrase and visit your website. Each clicker searches your keyword and clicks to your website. All clickers are tracked and managed through our browser extension to ensure maximum click and IP address quality. That means no bots, only the highest quality of real human visitors. Sign up for SerpClicks today to start ranking.